Okay, good morning. Welcome. Good morning and welcome to Ball Bucks and Beards. And this is episode number 20. I'm Jimbo Blackwell along with Adam Epps. We got a special guest, Mr. Brad Haygood. I'll let you introduce him, Coach.
Brad Haygood, superintendent extraordinaire, softball coach.
Living the dream
right
now. Retired,
working as hard as he can still, so people think he works.
Yeah.
Mows the yard and stuff like that.
Good drop in.
Yeah. That was your cue.
Well, I
He's
actually am
offended.
working for a company out of Jonesboro, so I do still work.
Yeah, somebody said you drove to Fayetteville the other day to install toilet paper roll dispensers.
No. I drove to Fayetteville 3 times in the last 6 weeks to pick up 580 rugs or mats and replace them. Dirty ones, put new ones down, clean ones down.
That's a good little drive.
Well, it's a lot of hard work, too, I'm telling you, because the next day I can't hardly get out of bed.
You're too old to be doing stuff like
I
that.
know, but I do whatever they need me to do. I'm that kind of an employee.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot about that.
If you don't want to work, don't hire on.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about a few current events. The Trump speech.
State of the State of
I
the
don't
Union,
know.
or what would you call that?
That wasn't the State of the Union.
Addressing Congress, or
Yeah.
it's called something.
Addressing America.
Yeah.
That ain't it.
I don't know.
So you want to do your Trump impression?
Did you see him talk about the war in the Ukraine? He said we're gonna end the war in the Ukraine. 2,000 people die every day needlessly. We need that to end. And he goes, "Oh yeah, you'd like to keep it going, wouldn't you, Pocahontas?"
That was awesome.
And we looked up why did he call her Pocahontas? I didn't even know who he was talking about. It's because she made up when she was going to run for president that she had Native American heritage and don't.
Yeah.
So you call her Pocahontas.
So some things going on now. We got the Donettes District Championship game tomorrow at 2. Is that correct?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. at Kennett against Fredericktown.
Yep.
You got any thoughts on that?
Nope. Not right now.
Okay.
That'll be a little bit later.
Okay. And we need Donette Nation there tomorrow.
Hey, I will say this. There was a bunch of people there last night from
Yeah, it was
Donovan.
a good crowd.
And I was proud. That whole entire section across from us was filled up. Moms, dads, people that ain't got a dog in the hunt was there. People behind us, it was filled up. So, yeah, we're definitely going to need you Saturday afternoon for sure. And we've made it Saturday afternoon so everybody can get out and about and hopefully make it home before dark and all that.
You didn't like the way that I had the bus driver go yesterday.
Oh, good
Can you
Lord.
believe he's been going to Kennett all these years up 53 Highway?
No.
You don't go that way, do
You
you?
go to Rector.
Exactly.
Corning, Rector.
That's the worst
Exactly.
road I've ever been on in my life.
That's
But I
how
can
go.
guarantee you we're going that way. We're going the same exact way and doing the same exact thing we
Yeah.
did.
We got spring sports kicked off. Baseball, softball, what else? Track. Am I missing something?
Junior high volleyball
Junior high
is right
volleyball.
in the middle of it.
Junior
right
high
now.
softball.
Junior high softball, baseball, track as well. So.
Yeah. You want to give us You want to give us your update on the first week of softball practice?
Well, I can without our, obviously, our basketball players, which I hope we don't have them for a while. But I've only got 8 out right now. I got 9, but one of my, Karen Bond, she's out with a knee injury. So really 8 is all that I've got that can practice. So we've just been trying to work a little bit on fundamentals, getting the rust knocked off after the winter break, and just trying to get after it, trying to get them in a little bit of shape. I told them the other day, I said, y'all been sitting on the couch all winter. Y'all going to have to get a little bit in shape here.
Well, I can testify Jimmy's been absolutely getting them the past week or so. Not?
The past week.
Not?
Yes. Don's baseball finished. Baseball. Don's basketball. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling today. Don's basketball winning record. Didn't have a winning record.
Yep, 14-13.
Yep.
Only won 6 games last year and went from 6 to 14. So
That's good. That's good.
good season, guys, and looking forward to hopefully a better one next season.
Yep.
Coach Dillbeck did a pretty good job this year, I thought.
Yep. Absolutely. So let's talk to Mr. Haygood. Let him talk a little bit. By the way, first of all, do you have a impression?
I know.
You got an Epps impression?
No, I
Save
told
it. You need one for the end because
Yeah. Yeah.
told
Be,
Carl-
I can
said-
go
I
all
said-
day on this one.
I'm surprised they even asked me. All they do is make fun of me.
wait.
Number 2, Carson Haygood. She goes, I hate it when he does that.
So you just retired.
Just retired. in June.
How's the retired life?
That's pretty good. I can't complain about it.
A lot
I can
less
tell you.
stressful, I guess.
A lot less. Of course, I work for CNS Cleaning Supplies, and I'm one of their salesmen. But like I said a while ago, I do just about anything they want me to do. I do hang paper towel, toilet paper, soap dispensers. I do whatever. I do gym floors. I pick up mats. I do whatever they need me to do, and
We bought our rugs. We bought our rugs
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah.
And I've got
Also-
lots of compliments on those. It makes our gym actually look a little bit more legit. They're good.
Is that where you get the rugs that go out in front of the?
The chairs.
The
and
chairs?
the score table.
Oh yeah, those are good. Those
yeah,
are
I
good.
only sell high quality products.
But yeah, yeah,
Only the best.
only the best.
But I do whatever they need me to do, and my boss has actually asked me 2 or 3 times after I've done a gym floor, or after I've picked up mats, or even installed dispensers. Well, you ready to go back to be a superintendent? And I say, no, not right now. I said these mats and these dispensers, they don't complain, they don't gripe, they don't argue.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to
so-
have a meeting.
Yeah,
Yeah. So no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. As long as you'll keep me on board.
Well, you're on board. You're on board.
No, I meant as long as they keep me
yeah.
hired. As long as they keep me hired.
so just tell us about. Just go through your career in chronological order. Can you spell that?
Well, I was
Epps?
born
You
in
cannot.
1970. No, I'm kidding.
No, you weren't. Were you born in 70?
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yep, I was. No, I've obviously they make fun of me, but you can probably tell by my twang in my voice. I'm from Arkansas originally. Was born and raised. Went to school at Biggers Reno Buffaloes for life.
Buffaloes.
And
What color was that? Red and black?
red and black.
Red and black.
And so, of course, I went to college, got my education degree, and actually my very first job, I graduated in December of 1994 with my education degree, and my first job was actually in West Memphis, Arkansas.
Oh, you told me
Oh,
this.
my.
Yeah.
This is good.
In
Let's hear
West
it.
Memphis, Arkansas, I had a cousin, Charlie Tyler, who was working down there, and he called me and said, hey, they're needing a 6th grade teacher, and they would like a man. Would you be interested in coming down here and talking to them? And they want to start you in January. And I said, well, sure, because I didn't expect to get a job
Yeah.
until the next year. Well, I did, and they hired me on the spot. And so I worked in West Memphis from January of 95 to May of 95. And then,
How was that?
oh, my.
Wait a minute.
It was educational.
That's not all of it. You got to
there
tell
more?
the rest of it. You got to tell the rest of it. This is good.
Well, I was the only man in the elementary school. I mean, custodial, cooks, principal. I was the only man.
Yeah.
And let's just say it was very educational. I could write a book on just that semester of things that I had to deal with, and kids that were in my class, and you know, I went and rented an apartment down there, and the people I rented an apartment from said, now don't go past 7th Street after dark. And, well, guess where my school was? It was on the other side of 7th Street. So It was very educational. I'll be honest with you. It was an eye opener for me. It gave me experience that a lot of people around here don't have.
Yep.
And so I'm very thankful for that opportunity, but at the same time, I knew that wasn't a place for me. So then I applied at 2 schools, actually. I applied at Black Rock, Arkansas, and Neelyville. And Neelyville's board meeting was on a Monday night, I believe, when Black Rock's a Tuesday night. And Neelyville hired me and called me the next day, so I took the job, and I went to Neelyville as the baseball coach and a teacher there for the first 6 years. And then I became the high school principal for 6 years. And then I became the superintendent, where I was there for 12 years as the superintendent, in which turn then I came to Doniphan the last 5 years of my career.
Yeah, speaking about when you were at Neelyville as baseball coach.
Correct.
And you've been denying this to me, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. We went over to play in the OFC tournament at Twin Rivers before they moved it all to 3 Rivers. It was at Twin Rivers. I got beat in the semifinals. The Dons did. I think you got upset by somebody in the semifinals.
Probably.
So we show up over there for the third place game, and you're not there because you got tossed.
No.
Yeah.
I did get tossed, but not. I didn't miss an OFC game. I got tossed a couple of times in my career.
Yes, you did.
But once in baseball, I got tossed. I'll tell you that story real quick.
Let's hear that one.
Of course, us and Clearwater were the top 2 teams
Yep.
at that particular time as far as our records go. I mean, this was for the conference, I guess, maybe lead to take.
Yeah.
And we went to Clearwater, and we got off the bus, and I start walking up there, and I looked at the umpire that was there, and I told my assistant walking up, and I was just joking, but I said, I may get tossed out of this game.
Yeah.
And sure enough, first inning, I get tossed.
First inning.
First
Balls
inning.
and strikes.
No, I wouldn't even have done much. He called a balk on my pitcher that wasn't a balk.
Yeah.
He wasn't even on the rubber.
Yeah.
And so I just walked out there and asked him, why is it a balk? And he explained it to me, and I said, that's not correct. That's not a balk.
Yeah.
He said, it's a balk. And I said, well, okay, but I'm telling you, I've had you in the past. And I said, you need to be more consistent.
And that was it?
That was
Just
it.
magic words?
And that's all I said. And I mean, but then I kind of lost it. I did. And unfortunately, or fortunately, somebody was videoing it.
We got it on video?
Yeah.
Still?
But I don't have it. No, it's probably out there somewhere. But that was before cell phones. I mean, this was an actual
Video camera.
But I never will forget the umpire. I wish I still had that letter, because the umpire wrote a big long thing about how I was mentally unstable and I needed to be
You're kidding me.
fired from head baseball coach.
Hey, can you give me the umpire's initials?
I can't even remember his name, but he was an older gentleman.
And you were disrespectful.
Are you sure you didn't get kicked out of the OFC tournament
No, I never.
in the semifinals?
No, I didn't get kicked out.
Maybe he
of
was
OFC.
sick, Jimbo,
No.
like you was against Jackson last year.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me go because you
I've only
didn't.
been kicked out twice, and that was then, and then
I got
last
the other
year
one.
at-
I got the other one. So
Last year
my
up
phone
in-
rings at like 9:30 at night on a Saturday. This was 2 years ago. And it's Brad, and I said, oh, crap. Because he's superintendent then. I get a phone call that time. It's like, this ain't good.
Yeah.
He called me and goes, you ain't going to believe this. I was like, I said, what? He goes, I just got ejected. I said, no, you didn't either. And he kept telling me his story. And he said he was going back and forth with them. They go, well, we're going to call your administrators. He said, good, call them. I'm the superintendent. Said, we ain't going back there no more.
That reminds me, when I was AD here, I was living with Cope, and we had a home game. Ryan Adams was the coach, and it's 4 o'clock home game. Well, I'm over at Cope's about 5 o'clock, and it was during the age of cell phones, and my cell phone goes off. It says Ryan Adams, and I'm like, what in the world's he doing? It's a home game. What's he doing calling me? And I said, Ryan, what are you doing? I'm sitting in the locker room, Jim. I'm like, what are you in the locker room? He's like, Bob Marl just kicked me out. And then all three of us took our morning ride together the next day. It was all over. But yeah.
He called me this year, too, and it was about 8:30 or 9 o'clock, and I just let off with that. I was like, you just got thrown out again, didn't you? He goes, no, but you ain't going to believe this. Somebody. Yeah. I am the superintendent. Go ahead. Call him.
Oh, boy. So when you were growing up or whatever, who was did you have a coach, or was there a coach around that made you want to be a coach, or is it just something you knew you wanted to do from the time you were little?
Well, if you just want me to be 100% honest,
Yeah.
I never really even wanted to be a coach when I first started.
Really?
No.
Didn't know that.
And the job at Neelyville, when it came open, of course, the baseball was part of the deal, and I thought, yeah, I might enjoy that. So I just kind of, I've always loved sports, obviously, and played all my life, baseball and basketball both, and so but to be honest, I never really thought that I would ever be a high school coach when I first started school. And but it's just kind of, I coached high school girls basketball one year.
What year was that?
Oh, yeah, I knew you'd forget that.
Was I coaching the girls then?
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to bring this up. He ran the score up
I
on
did
me.
not.
Is
No.
he
Yes,
one of them
he
that
did.
would press up 30?
Oh.
That's wrong, Jimbo.
He did.
I
That's when he had Orndorff, and probably the year you went to the Final Four, and I coached at Neelyville, and we wasn't near as talented as Donovan, of course, but I had to have my girls hold the ball so they wouldn't score 100 points. They had 98 points.
Pressing up 30.
I did not. I bet you I didn't press in the second half,
That's
did I?
low.
Did I press in the second half?
Well, probably you scored 98 points.
Probably just said, girls, just give him the ball. If they want it that bad, just hand it to
he
him.
wasn't doing that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but I did. I tried to hold. You go back and look at that score.
I will.
I think
We're
it
gonna
was
dig-
We're going to dig
98
into. We're going to dig into. We may have to have you on here for a rebuttal on that.
98 to I don't even remember what we had, but it was not very many. And
Golly, Bill.
yeah, he run the score up on me.
I did not. I did not.
And
Plays the starters in the fourth quarter?
No.
yeah,
No.
Orndorff was in there when the buzzer went off at the end of the game.
Golly, Bill.
No.
Jim.
No. Orndorff was not in there. By the way, she was pretty good.
Trotting her out in the
She
fourth
was
quarter.
real good.
Yeah.
She was
That's
real
how I
good.
always tell a story about her. I never rode the bus. Coach Carnes rode the bus, and I followed right behind the bus in my rig. And I'd be nervous about we'd have a game on the road, and I'd be nervous. Golly, I don't know. And I'd park my rig and watch them get off the bus. And when old Bethany Orndorff stepped down, I got to feeling better because I'm like, she's on my team.
Yeah.
What's some of your best memories, maybe either coaching or in education? One or two, like top.
Well, coaching, obviously, I transitioned from baseball to softball back when I started having girls.
Yeah.
My girls were, we started playing softball, obviously, with my oldest, Lexus, and then I coached her travel team. But probably, I had some good teams at Neelyville, don't get me wrong, especially later on after a couple of years. But we didn't really win anything. But I will tell you this. I won't back up because my second year as coach at Neelyville.
Okay.
Baseball or
Was that
softball?
Humphrey and that crew?
No, that
Who
was
was that?
before them. It was the year before I got them. They were just
Okay.
8th graders. But
I
I
got
had
it.
Ryan Fickert.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. Before you go on, you talk about me running up a score. I got one for you.
Okay.
We're playing baseball and you're beating me 13-0, and you're still on third base.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was that Donovan. It was that Donovan.
don't
It was
remember
13-0, and you guys pulled a double steal off, like a 5th or 6th inning. I'm like,
Did he go for
he's
the
running
squeeze afterwards?
He's running up 13. They're up 13-0. Yeah, that did happen.
That
yeah.
is not true.
Okay. Go ahead.
But anyway, I had a group of boys, and I think we won 6 games all year. It wasn't very many. It may have been a little more than that, but we struggled. I had, a few decent players, but we wasn't as talented as we needed to be to compete. But I had Ryan Fickert, who, if I put him on the mound,
You're pretty good.
I mean, he could win a game for us. But because I tell this story, we played East Carter. East Carter that year had the Stall boys, and they were pretty good. They was like 30-3, and we played them at Neelyville. And Ryan Fickert had 18 strikeouts, and we got beat 3-1.
Golly, Bill.
But I want to say this. Semifinals of the district tournament that year, we played East Carter again in the semis. And Ryan pitched again, and we beat them. And they were 30-3, and we were like 6 or 7, 8, and whatever. And that was a big accomplishment for my team, for those boys.
Yeah.
It was. Now we ended up playing Clearwater in the finals and ended up getting beat 6-4, I think, something like that. Which it was just a good way to end that year with those guys, even though we didn't win it. But in softball, as I said, I transitioned because of my girls, and I just fell in love with softball. I just love coaching softball.
Yeah.
And so the first year that I took over here at Donovan, I had people telling me, we're going to be okay, but we're not going to be real good. We'll be able to compete a little bit. But then we win the district tournament that first year, and that was just seeing the look on our girls' faces when that happened. I'm telling you, made everything worthwhile. And
I was there. It was awesome.
so, and we've had chances last couple years to win it. So we've made it to the finals. We've won the OFC tournament 2 years in a row. So, I couldn't be more happy with that.
I've really seen, just speaking here on the culture-wise of softball up the hill, has got a lot better over the past 3 years as well. So it's getting better. Yeah, I was at that district championship game. The ride home was frightening because I was driving the pet bus and following him home, and it was a wild ride home. Rachel was in the back. What is he doing? I don't know, but I'm trying to keep up best I can.
So the good team you had at Neelyville when I was coaching baseball, was that Randy Birdsong,
Yeah.
Kurt Humphreys,
T.J. Watson.
yeah,
Chad Michael, Jonathan Birchfield.
yep,
And I'll tell you, Jonathan Birchfield, he played second base for me. I don't feel like he got the recognition that he got. I mean, offensively, he was just – I don't even remember what his batting average was, but he was okay, but he wasn't, one of those. But his defense, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have traded him for anybody at second base.
Did you ever think Randy Birdsong was going to be a TV star
Well,
back
he
then?
told me, believe it or not, back then when he was in high school, I knew he was going to shoot for it because he was
He already
filming
had that?
himself. He was filming himself then.
Really?
And he took me over to his grandpa's one time and showed me some video that he had shot and kind of explained the process to me on how they go about videoing.
Yeah.
And I knew he was going to try for it. But I went hunting with him back then over in, over here at Donovan. They used to own his grandpa.
Right,
used
on
to own that-
142?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'd come over here with them every year and deer hunt. And then he and I went to Colorado one year.
Oh.
I went with him and his dad and grandpa, and at that time my father-in-law and there's 11 of us that went to Colorado and went elk hunting one year.
Whereabouts in Colorado did you go?
Oh, I don't even know.
Can you get yourself together?
Okay.
I don't know.
No.
All I know is we flew into Denver and they picked us up because we were out there, and they picked us up and we drove probably a couple hours.
No.
But I don't know exactly where. Newcastle, maybe. Does that sound right? Something like that.
Newcastle?
That's been years ago. That's
No.
been years ago. But we slept outside. I slept in a horse trailer.
Really?
I mean, not one of those with a bed
Right.
in it. I'm talking a horse trailer that we threw a tarp over to keep the rain and snow, and had a little heater that we'd fire up with propane.
Were you bow hunting or gun hunting?
gun.
He's kind of a savage.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's some of the best sleep I ever had. We slept on a cot.
They tell you it's on there. I try to tell Jimbo this all the time. He thinks he needs to sleep with it 80 degrees, so his pilot light will go out. And poor old Bo's got to drive all the way
If
from
you stop the
Kewlin
Bo does not live
to
in
Maynard,
Kewlin,
Arkansas,
and
to
I
light
don't
his
live in
dang
Maynard.
pilot light.
Yeah.
But if you sleep with the cold temperature, it's
By the
better
way-
for you, and you sleep better.
By the way, Bo did not get the pilot light lit. I had another frosty night last night.
It was a nice balmy 87. By the way, he keeps the space heater lit 24 hours a day when he's not there. So
What's the worst?
he's
that
going to
can-
come back and
What's
play.
what's the worst that can happen? The NLT burn down? Boy, that'd be golly. I don't know if I can get over that or not.
Brad, Jimbo first came. Brad's talking to me about Jimbo. He goes, he don't need a lot. Have you seen where he lives?
I didn't say that. I never
he
said
goes,
that.
He don't even have TV.
That's true. It's a true
He
story.
just watches
Well, I did hear
DVDs.
that you didn't have TV, but I never said that.
I've watched every DVD on demand.
He's
I can
kind
tell
of
you
a
about
savage.
Well, I'm getting ready to build a house. I'm going to shoot for the works. I'm going to have a real TV, I think.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, fired up. Yeah, you don't happen to have an Epps impersonation, do you?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I don't. I really don't. I'm not good. I've pulled a lot of pranks in my lifetime, a lot, but I'm
Yeah.
not an impressionist.
Well, only one I got, he's got that little whistle, and in practice, that whistle will go, or no, he whistles with his mouth. Big kids, let's go. Little kids, better pick it up. Got those hands going all the time.
How come you can't whistle?
I never have been able to whistle. I don't know. Well, your whistle's not exactly what I'd call good.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess it's time for your State of the Donettes speech.
Playing pretty good right now. Beat Kennett last night. Had one going fuego from 3. Actually, from the field just in general, just missed 2 shots.
Yep.
So everybody, the exciting thing is, and I hope we get there, but we ain't played our best yet.
Nope.
I still
agree.
think probably West Plains is one of our best total games, everything all together. But we haven't played our best game, especially offensively, what everybody can do. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just 1 or 2 or 3 people doing their thing, but we're more than capable of what we have done so far. So that's the exciting thing about it, and hopefully tomorrow we got everybody showing up and firing on all cylinders because we are definitely going to need them because Fredericktown is a good team and they're big and they rebound.
And they've got a dude.
They've got a dude, and you can't help off because those two on the wings, they can shoot it.
Yep.
And then they got a big to go with that. So, I mean, we're going to definitely have to play our game and try to play our best tomorrow to be in that game. But I like our chances if everybody shows up and decides they're going to play.
Yeah, we need a big crowd there tomorrow too.
Yeah, we do. And after last night, I'm pretty confident that we're going to have one. So,
yep. You want to talk any about if we do win the ticket deal on Tuesday?
I mean, we can.
We'll go ahead then.
But we got to win.
Well,
tomorrow.
I understand that.
We got to win.
I said
tomorrow.
if we do win.
Yeah. We do get a chance to host a sectional game, which will be wild. But all the tickets would be online, and we get half, and the other team would get half. And same thing if Fredericktown would win. You know, they would get half, and the other team would get half. And like you get like a little code, a pre-sale code, and you go to Mission, you enter that code in, and then at noon, the day of the game, all the rest of the tickets that are left over, everybody can buy those. So the pass list, I mean, everybody's got to pay to get in. There's a few people on the pass list, administrators and stuff like that, but everybody will have to get online and
get a digital
ticket or print it off, and then they'll scan it at the doors and all that. So, and we'll put out a post. Matt and Mr. Cates, they'll put out a post about all the details of that if that were the case. But we're just 100% focused on Fredericktown right now.
Shout out to the Donette moms for the locker room.
Yeah, I think them moms got in there and went to work Wednesday night, and it looked like the Taj Mahal in there when they walked in.
Food everywhere.
They're so spoiled.
Food is appreciated by the coaches.
Yeah,
too.
because that's how we live. That's how we live.
Well, did you get the mouse out? Because I saw the video. I saw the video, and I'm telling you, I do have an impression of Epps.
Yes, that's what it looked like. That's exactly what it looked like.
That mouse dropped out of that shoe. I lost myself.
Yeah, he's up there like a big man with that bat. Then that thing hit the floor, and he took off like the girl.
I didn't want to kill the furry thing.
He told me afterwards that he missed it on purpose because he felt sorry for it. I'm like, it's a mouse.
Poor old mouse. We ain't doing anything to nobody.
Well, good Lord, when you caught it in the trap, the girls took it out there and mutilated it.
Yeah, that was awful. Sarah bashed it with that bat, and guts shot out of it onto her. And yeah, she was acting like she's going to throw up. That's cruel, though. I ain't about animal torture stuff, so I'm against it. I don't use corn, and I ain't killing a mouse with a bat.
Corn ain't got nothing to do with the mouse. I can't wait for Missouri to pass.
A corn-fed harvest mouse.
I hope Missouri passes it where you can use corn.
They're not going to.
Because if they do, I'll bet the house that the first year they do, you will go buy you 50 pounds of corn and set it out. Yes, you will.
Not doing it.
Yeah, you will.
Morally bankrupt.
Free hunting over corn?
Yes, most definitely.
You hunt over a winter wheat field?
Nope, but I would if I had one.
Okay.
Guess what you got to do?
What's the difference?
You have to plant it into the ground. You sow seed. You don't just get to come in and
somebody
say,
had to
I'll
plant.
just reap this harvest without sowing any seed. No, you got to sow it.
So
it's got to rain.
At one time, somebody plowed the ground for the corn.
It wasn't you, cheater.
Oh, my gosh. Well, we can talk a little hunting. You turkey hunt?
You're all going to be surprised, but I have never been turkey hunting.
Well, don't start because it's just like
you got to go.
I mean, where I grew up, I mean, we did a lot of rabbit hunting.
Yeah.
We did deer hunting and squirrel hunting, but we never did any turkey hunting. I never had any buddies that really turkey hunted, so I've never been turkey hunting. I've heard it's exciting.
It's fun because you get
to
move.
Birds.
Yeah.
If you walk around for miles and miles, it ain't no fun.
Yeah. I took him last year, and we had Bo guiding us out at the farm, and I had to call, 2 fulls and 2 30 timeouts so I can catch my breath. I'm like, slow down. Good gosh. I need a 30. All right, we'll get on some other topics. I don't know how deep we want to get in this, but did I tell you Coach Epps got the spoons last night?
You told me
It's
that.
not. I took my lid off. I had a lid on my coffee cup, and there's moisture in that cup because it sat there, and I guess it ran out of the hole, and it spilled down right on the,
Yeah.
right on the
That's
middle
what
of
I'd
my
say.
pants. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Jimbo, I got a problem. He said,
I said, yeah, you do. You got the spoons,
you got
buddy.
the spoons. I was like, I don't know what the crap you're talking about because I was thinking you was talking about got a spoon to eat with because Jimbo only eats with a spoon. Then you had to educate me on what that actually was, which I've never heard that my whole entire
Well, that's
life.
that's the thing.
The spoons.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody else knows what that means. Would you? I don't know if you can comment on that. Yeah, well, just let that ride.
Yeah. Let's stay right there. I got on here Dilbeck's attire. What you want to tell them what Dilbeck had
He
on the
showed
other
up to
day?
school the other day before school started. I mean, the kids weren't there yet. It's like,
By the way, Dilbeck takes 4 showers a day.
yeah, that's why
True story.
that's why he's losing all his hair. He's blowing it all on top of his head with the hot
He
water.
can take a shower in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, between every hour.
I'm gonna go take a shower real quick.
Like, what, you got 5 minutes?
How about you brush your hair afterwards? But I got to school and he had a pair of like men's leggings on or something. I'm like, what do you got on? He said, just leave me alone. I said, what is that? Please change before kids get here. This is awful.
Oh.
Sorry, Dilbeck. Leggings. Man wearing leggings.
Yeah, that's not.
That's just,
Not. You know what I want to say that is.
this is a heck of a chance.
Yeah. I got on here aluminum and Humna-Humna. I had a buddy.
He's got
It's a
himself
true
tickled.
story. It's a true story. I had a buddy. We're riding the back roads one night, and I said something. I said, yeah, it's just an aluminum can. He said, I can't say aluminum. I'm like,
Well, he just said it.
no, I said,
Oh.
no, he didn't. No, he said, I can't say that. I'm like, aluminum? He's like, yep. I'm like, well, try it. And he goes, Humna-Humna. I'm like, what? How do you get Humna-Humna out of aluminum?
What about the 4-day week? Let's talk
Well,
about
let's
the
talk to the
yeah,
let's talk to the
expert
expert first.
superintendent here.
Hey, I'm out of this, buddy.
You ain't got no opinion on 4-day week? You don't have to give it.
Well, no, I don't care to give it. I really don't have one because
I mean, everybody's doing
there's
it.
pros and cons to both. I mean, everyone around us is starting to do it. Couch, I know, is doing it. Neelyville's doing it. East Carter's doing it. But I don't know if Naylor is considering it this year. They didn't do it, but you know, it's going to get to the point, and I think everyone, while I was superintendent here, the administrators and I both agreed we wasn't necessarily for a 4-day week. But if it's going to possibly help you retain some teachers or draw some teachers in because all the other schools are going for it, I don't know that you got a choice.
Well, I just tell you, all the coaches we've had to hire, like there's been conversations. I'm calling people that I like want to come and like, are you 4-day week? Like, nope. I said, well, I'm never going back to a 5-day week ever. So
Yeah.
And
thanks,
I've heard that
thanks, but
too.
no thanks.
I've heard that too from some people that are at 4-day schools. So, you know, there's pros and cons to each. But the bottom line is this, and I don't know that people really realize this. We're required to go 1,044 hours in a school year. That's what DESE requires. Now, our calendar, when I was here, reflected at least, because this was 1,104 hours, which was 60 hours over 1,044. And the reason that it reflected that was because inclement weather rules and laws that if you would add 60 hours into your calendar, then
You don't have to make
you
up.
wouldn't have to make them up. So, but 1,044 hours, and right now, well, a few years ago, they don't care how you get the 1,044 hours, but you just got to get the 1,044 hours. So
Yeah.
it's not like you're reducing the time that the kids are going to get educated. You're just cutting down the days.
Right.
And so the time is going to be the same. The amount of time that you spend in the classroom is going to be the same. So just because the days are different.
Yeah. Well, I know Jimmy's for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Duh. That's yeah.
What about the trophy heist? You want to talk about the trophy heist?
Yeah. Yeah, that was so we went over to play. Did you go to the Twin Rivers game at Twin Rivers?
I don't remember.
Well, he didn't.
No.
So we go to the Twin Rivers game, and it's our last conference game. So if we win that, we get the traveling trophy. Well, we won it last year, so we already had it, but we were going to take it over there. And
I heard this story from Carson.
This is good.
if we won, we were going to take a picture of it, in the locker room and stuff. And so the JV goes into dress and whatever, and I see Kay Davis coming out of there. First of all, she
Distraught.
looks like she's been swimming. And, yeah, she's just distraught. And then I walk over there, and I'm like, what's wrong? I slipped on some water, hit my arm on the shower head, water the shower. Anyway, she dropped the trophy.
Turn the shower on.
Turned the shower, dropped the trophy, and it just, busted. Yeah, it broke it.
Yeah, we got it. It's in
Yeah.
bad shape.
So they're worried to tell. They're like, we can't tell him. We can't tell him. I'm like, well, I don't know what you're gonna do. And she's like, well. So anyway, they put it up. I think they put it up on the shelf.
Yeah.
And then they had somebody picked out when we come back, if we win, when we came back in there, that knew that was going to get it and kind of get it down there where it didn't fall apart. And he never did know it till
Jimbo
Senior
hinted
night.
about it a couple times.
I did
but
not. Girls, I did not.
He said, "Is there
I did
anything-
not. That is
Is there
incorrect.
anything wrong with that trophy?
That is
So I
incorrect.
Look at it and look at it. It's like, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. I got it hanging up in the office, so that's pretty good.
You want to talk about Misha TV?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
I think it's terrible, ain't it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's awful. That's what I've heard from everybody. A lot of paying $10 and some odd cents, and sometimes don't get the game.
Yeah, you know how lucky we are to have Current River Broadcasting.
Current River Broadcasting so much better. I like it when you got to go. I know some people can't go to the game because of health reasons and traveling and all, but I like you there at the game. It helps us.
Yeah, and there's nothing like being there.
No. What about, do we got any coffee and Hallmark movies with Jim moments that we
Would
needed
you
to
get
talk?
off me? Would you get him off me? About no. Well, oh my gosh.
Any updates on the
what?
wedding?
We're getting married.
No, that's what you said last week.
We have not really set a date in stone yet. Nope.
Are you gonna let
Got
me?
kind of a general idea of a timeline.
Which is
We,
can't discuss it.
well,
Are you gonna let me and Brad come sing a song?
yeah. What you gonna sing?
One of them Brian McKnight songs.
Who's Brian McKnight?
One, you like a dream come true.
You know,
Two,
There's-
just wanna be with you.
there's a reason you're a drummer. Okay.
Three.
You coach the team.
You're the only one for me.
Oh my Lord. Coach the team.
That's
You guys got any stories before we get off here? Coach Epps.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't think so.
You got any?
I've got some, but I don't, know
You're done.
if I need
You're
to talk about them. So
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that'll do it.
Yep. All right, everybody. For Jimbo Blackwell and Brad Haygood, I'm Adam Epps. This is Ball Bucks and Beards. We'll see you later. Episode 20, by the way, folks. We
Big
made
deal.
it to 20. We're a big deal now.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.